Hey everyone, this is Matt, and I hope this video helps you guys out a little bit. Today I want to talk about how you can make a better automatic melon farm than a lot of what I've seen out there. The other day I wanted to make an auto farm, so I went on YouTube, looked around. I wasn't too impressed with what I saw, so I went and made up my own auto farm. It's a really simple one, and it's a pretty good design, so I want to share it with all of you out there today. So first of all, I went out and looked at these videos, and this is some of the stuff that I found. Number one, I found a video saying this farm makes 35,000 melon slices per hour. And I mean, that's pretty cool, but seriously, no one's gonna build that. I mean, it was a great work of art in Minecraft, but not what I was looking for. I wanted something a little less than that. That 35,000 slices is the same as having 10 double chests every hour full of melon slices, which is awesome, but I just don't need that. So I was looking for something a little bit different. The next design I saw was something along these lines right here, and what they did is they put sticky pistons all on the bottom, wired it up. They had a couple rows like that. So they'd come down over here, flip the switch, all the melons would get harvested, then they'd walk along, pick up the melons, walk along, pick up the melons, depending on how many rows they had. And that design works pretty good, except I've had problem getting slime in the past and making the sticky pistons. Plus I couldn't build it up, I'd have to walk a long ways. Didn't like the design too much. Next one I saw over here, it has the 4 melon plants around the center column, and you can build this one up as high as you want it, and then when you flip the switch, all the melon drops down in the middle. You can pick it all up real easy and fast. So this one looked pretty good, but the problem is you're not going to get all 4 to grow. At best, you'll get 3 to grow. As you can see, it attaches to the melon next to it. You'll never get 4 on this, and there's a pretty good chance that you're only going to get 2 per level. So you can build it up pretty high, but you're going to have some wasted space there. Plus, you couldn't build it sideways, and it just seemed a little bit too complicated for what I was looking for. I wanted something simple. I wanted something more like this. Simple, straightforward. You flip the switch, melons come out. That's about it. Easy to build, doesn't take much supplies. But I also needed it to be bigger than this. I needed it to be as big as I wanted it. Right here, I have, how many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 levels, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 across. So that's 50 sets of 2. That's 100 melons right there, all connected to the same switch. And this is the design that I've come up with, and the one I'm going to build for you today. It can be as large or as small as you need it, which is a big advantage to the way that this one's done. So let's get started on building it. After that, I'll show you some of the pre-built ones that I made and a couple different ideas on what you can do. So what you're going to need: regular pistons. You're going to need the redstone torches, redstone, dirt, of course, for the melons, and a conductive block. Glass won't work, but any other block or any other conductive block like dirt, stone, cobble is fine. So first of all, I'm just going to put, I don't need to really dig, put a platform up. I'll just start building right here. So let's do that small design that I flipped for you, which is just 2 melon plants, and I'll plant those here. So you do the 4 blocks of dirt, the 2 melon plants. And then you need to put some blocks behind that for the pistons to rest on. You want to put the pistons on that block. And then you need to frame around the pistons. Just fill that in. Not that one. Oh, like that. And then on this back side, we're going to work on the redstone wiring. I have seen this layout before, but I've not seen the redstone wiring the way I've done it, which allows you to build it up or back or pretty any direction that you need to. You can build it as big or as little as you want. Dig that out a little bit, and you're going to place a few blocks around this first piston, like this. You do cover up the second piston with that block. Now you need to put a redstone torch there. And you know what? I'm going to put this back. And you want a torch there as well. And then we're going to bring our redstone over this way, and I'll just hook it up to a switch so you can see it working. And that's only pushing the first piston right now. To get it to push the second piston, you take your redstone and you place a piece of redstone on this block right here. That'll push the second piston out. And that is really the basics of this entire design. I call this a module. This is the one module, and you can build these farther towards this direction. You can build them up as high as you want, as far back as you want. It'll just repeat. I'll show you what I mean. We'll build one right on the end of this right here. Put our melons in. Put our blocks in the back. Put our pistons down. Frame around it. We're going to put the bricks surrounding this block. And we have to change it just slightly. As we pull it out, we're going to have to go between this design right here and this design right here, which is why I need to show this all to you. Put it down like that. And see, we only have that one going. Again, I forgot to put this piece of redstone right there. There. Now they're both out. And now I don't think this is going to work, actually. That one does not close right now. And this is a little tricky part. You need to make sure you do this right. This, well, there's the problem. Show you what I mean. It's not going to open. That's actually the right way. I forgot that one block there. It's not triggering both of them right now. The problem is that this torch right here is powering this wire when it's shut. It's supposed to be shut off. So this wire is always powered no matter what I do with the torch. The way around this that I found is that instead of putting a block there, you put another torch on the side, like so. That causes both of these torches that are powering the pistons to be off when they're supposed to be off. As you can see, it works just fine like that. Now if you do want to extend it yet again, I'll show you that real fast. And I'll show you why you need to stagger the redstone wire, the two redstone wiring designs. As you can see right here, this one's standing on the block and this one's on the side of this block. And if we just hook this up, and I'll hook it up the same way as this one so you can see. There's just not enough room in here to do this. You have to have a wire coming out, and this has to go down one, otherwise if it see, they're supposed to be all off, and this one's not off. So we have to use this design right here, not this one. So we're going to knock this block out. We're going to put that like this. Oh, put a melon. No. Okay. Put a torch up like that. That way, see, that one's off along with the rest of them. So, we're going to rig it up like that. And that'll do it. With that, you have a third set of melons all ready to go. So that's how you're going to have to do it. You stagger this setup right here with this setup right here. So if we added another one, we'd use the redstone wiring over here. The one after that would then use this redstone wiring. It's easier if you go up. I can show you that right now. We'll just add an entire complete layer on top of this. Put the pistons down. Let's see. Like that. Then you add these torches and just kind of walk them up like that. And you actually do not need to have another piece of redstone on that block. I'll show you. They all come open because right now this redstone is powering this block. You can see when I knock that out, it deactivates that piston. It's powering this block and this block. So this block's powering this piston, this block's powering the piston above it, and I'm going to make it day. Alright. So you don't actually need to have your redstone up there on that one because it is already being taken care of. As you go up farther, you'll need a redstone blob on this next one that would show up right here. You'd have to put one right there. For the next layer though, not for this one. You do, however, need this, which block is it? It was that top block on the last layer. If you don't have that top block, only one of the pistons is going to be activated. You need to have this top block to conduct the power to the wire. Make sure I put my, there we go. Alright, and so that's the basics of this this melon farm. It's real easy to build, doesn't take a lot of resources, also very compact. If you would notice, all the redstone wiring is in a single row of blocks. Then you have the pistons in this next row, your plants, and you need just one more row for where the melons will be collected right in here. Now what I did on our server, and I did this all on survival mode on our server, I didn't do anything in creative, is I lined it up much like this. I actually had these two rows and then another two rows with water coming down. But this is a good way to make your farm even more efficient or faster to collect. You just extend these upward instead of adding more sides. When you push it, let's see how many melons that gave us. I'm going to get rid of all the melons I have and just walk on down there, and you can see that too. Another thing I need to mention, you do end up losing a few because they land on the ledge, but with the volume that we're talking about, not going to be a big deal. In that right there, we got a little bit over 2 stacks of melons. I've gotten 2.5 before, so it's over 2 stacks for one push of, well, I guess it's a lever, one switch of the lever. And the time it takes for these to grow back, you can see over on this one that I switched just a little while ago, I already have a lot of melons growing back. When you're dealing with large quantities like this, losing a couple on the ledge, not a big deal, because you can come back after 3 or 4 minutes, flip it again, get another half stack or more. The other thing I recommend would be using a little bit of water. I don't think, it depends on your size really. For something this size, it's not really necessary, and it actually slows it down a little bit because it takes a while for the melons to go down the water. Oh, we're missing a melon there. Oh well. So if you want to do something like this, I had to show this to you because the wiring again changes slightly if you're doing this stair step going up rather than everything on the same level. So I'll just flip this real fast. I only have the one side hooked up right now, but that's the basic idea. You flip it, all the melons come down, you just stand here and wait for them to come in. Now let me show you the wiring and why this is a little different. Okay, this first one is going to be exactly the same as the one I built over there. Hopefully you can see that over there. It has the 3 blocks in this formation, and this one's powering that one. Now the difference comes actually in this third one. The second one, again, will be the same as the one I did previous, which is the other redstone wiring. Depending on your setup and the way you run your wires, I mean, you could set this one up the same way too. So this one is the same as the second one over there. The third one, however, is the same as the second one. The fourth one is the same as the third one. This wiring only will work if you're doing this stair step up. Otherwise, you just don't have enough room to do the wires up and down like you have with this other design. So you're going to have the one torch powering the torch that powers the pistons. Hopefully that's not confusing. And you have the torch on the side of it. Up here on the second module, you have the torch in the same spot with the torch on the side of it. And if we were adding another one, we would put the torch on the side of this one, with the blocks going, not a switch, with the blocks going that way. So that's the only difference. If you're doing the stair-step design, you need to use this instead of staggering the redstone wiring back and forth. And again, this one you can build it up as high as you need it, as back as far as you need it, add a second one. It's very versatile in meeting your melon needs, and I hope it's helpful to you. Thank you again for watching, and this has been Minecrafting with Matt. The Q is silent. Thanks.